470 miles later. What about it?
Like $1 million.
You look like about 25 bucks.
Because I am the greatest.
We're not going to Harlem.
We don't go to
We are going to Harlem.
No, I'm not going to Harlem.
We're going to Harlem.
They don't like short Greeks in Harlem.
They eat little short white boys in Harlem.
There's a lot going on for this little town.
Kyle Petty, Robert Pemberton, Eddie Gossage, Mike Tranis. I've never heard of any of them.
We're driving to the crease.
To the crease. It's up here, babe. We're driving to the crease.
No tolls. He officially has crabs now.
I officially have no crabs.
Crabs.
Crabs, plural. I have crabs, plural. Well, they say we need to take the turnpike.
How about a ferry?
We got ferries with us, shortcakes.
Free-spirited, maybe. Just, I don't conform. I will say free spirit because I don't conform to I don't conform to what everybody thinks a Winston Cup driver should be. Maybe that's maybe in that aspect I am free spirit. I'm real conservative in a lot of other things, but as far as being what everybody conceives a Winston Cup race car driver to be, with the short hair, you know, the straight guy, the deal, don't do this, don't do that, don't say this, don't say that. I say what I want to say, I do what I want to do. I'll go off, I'll jump out of a plane, I'll ride a Harley, it doesn't make any difference. So free spirit, yeah, probably.
See, what you have to understand is that Kyle is not at all like the Kyle you see in racing. That's the TV Kyle. Real Kyle is a real reserved, quiet kind of guy, and he's always intense. It's just nothing but racing, racing, racing all the time. never thinks about anything else. So Felix Sabatis, who owns the team, wanted us to kind of, get him loosened up and whatnot. So, he paid us. Felix paid us to go on this trip with Kyle and get him a little bit loose. And
Good money too.
yeah, he paid us pretty good money. But anyway, obviously it worked because Kyle just won at Pocono, and so we've been talking, Michael, myself, and Robin. We think Kyle owes us each 25% share of what he won.
Right, of his cut off the check.
Yeah, at Pocono, because we had him loose.
And plus, he doesn't need it anyway. So
no, and so the free-spirited stuff and like that you see, that's just Hollywood. The real guy is very quiet and reserved and intense.
bookworm. He's more your bookworm
yeah.
nerd with a bunch of pens in his pocket, that kind of thing.
I mean, it was kind of boring. I mean, really kind of boring.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
he's not any
if Felix
fun.
hadn't have paid us, we wouldn't have went on this trip. No way.
And he couldn't get anybody else to go because he doesn't have very many friends or anything because he's that way. So
It's
Felix
really a
paid
sad
us.
case. He really is.
It's not pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, a real introvert.
Yeah. I mean, if he wasn't married, he'd probably be in a home by now.
Making movies, being a star. You too can be a star. Who's better than Bill Anderson?
It's a Wang Chung hat, man.
Everybody get down tonight. Everybody Wang Chung.
For a white boy, it ain't bad.
Come on.
Goodbye, baby. Woo, don't you cry.
If you can make the task swing in opposite directions,
Shadow. I can't.
Tie it around your waist because we can't see that logo for
Shine
that company.
on, shine on, harvest moon.
Yeah, they asked me to go on that trip with on the motorcycles, but my wife won't let me hang around with a bunch of bad eggs like that. Sorry.
Well, I chicken out. I'm a chicken. Bye.
Robin's bike, Michael's bike, Kyle's bike, Eddie's bike, McDonald's, drive-through window. We're going. Let's go. I got stopped this morning. No, I'm running late. I'm blasting around. Trying to tell you, here, outside, inside, running 900 miles an hour trying to get there and meet them. And I look up in the blue light. I stop, and I get off, and I don't have no license. Be riding one of these things anyhow. So I get off, and the guy says, "Had a bad couple weeks in Charlotte, didn't you?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Just want to say, hey, saw you over there riding around on that motorcycle." He just recognized the motorcycle when I went by.
Recognize the tank.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's like,
So you bribed him with an autograph?
yeah. I told him to go get the little short guy with stupid pants.
So what do you think? Think we'll make it 9 more days?
I think my hiney has had it. Oh yeah, I mean if we listen to this one, the rest is downhill.
Really? I saw some hills we probably have to go up.
Yeah, well, you know.
Jethro, get out of the way.
Man.
Come in. Hey, man. Look what I got. You're going to love this. I'm not going to read the names. Okay? Mr. Petty, my name is... I work here. I would like something with your name on it. Even a shirt, I would pay you for it. I watch you race, but away, but always work. So I can't see you race in person. Thank you if you could... Do it for me. You're a race fan, whatever her name is. Good luck when the race. On the top it says, sorry about the paper. She wrote me a note on this box.
Kleenex?
I wrote her a note back on her box. Now, this was in my room tonight. That was yesterday. Mr. Petty, would you please autograph this bathroom tissue for me? To my sister, a great fan of yours. I want her to have something different and special. Please, thank you, your housekeeper. She is a very fine lady, obviously. She would love it. I asked Mr. Gant, meaning Handsome Harry Gant, to sign the Kleenex for her collection. Thanks again. Should I sign it or wipe with it?
I think you should wipe that one. I love that.
She left your roll of toilet paper to autograph.
Swear.
Crazy.
There it is.
Oh no, I thought you made it up.
You want your pizza?
I got to tell you this. If you've ever seen anybody eat pizza,
There's nobody more peculiar
nobody
than Kyle
weirder
Petty.
than Kyle Petty. Let me tell you what this guy does. He takes the pizza. We call wherever, I won't give a plug to any pizza company.
They didn't pay us any
unless
money.
they pay us money. And let's just put it this way, they're red, white, and blue. And he
30 minutes or less.
He just rips the top off the pizza. So there's nothing left but the dough, but it has that pizza flavor, and then he folds it up and eats it. So he's basically eating dough, but he's told me that he's called the pizza places before and said, okay, cook it, and then scrape it off. I said, why don't you just order the dough?
So
And
it's
he
just
says,
like pizza flavored dough.
yeah, I mean, it's right. So if there's somebody out there who wants to market this and get rich, they probably could.
It's a Kyle Petty special.
Here we are at world-famous Sambo's Tavern. We've secretly replaced the coffee with something unknown. Let's go inside and see how they like it.
Here we go. Blow that horn. Get that horn. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carl. Happy birthday to you. May you live 1,000 years. May you live 1,000 years. That plastered you back home. Happy birthday to
He's 8 years old. You're 8 years old.
8 years old today. Thank you. We already did.
When's your birthday?
No, we've sang it 3 times. Let's hear something new.
You want the front version, the back version, or the short version?
What are you talking about?
What are we I know.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Who's going to sing it?
Well, 3 girls on.
Oh, give
us the whole show.
Yeah, we need the deal.
Just one. You gotta pick one. Short, front, or back. Forwards, back, or back.
Backwards. Back. The back.
Back.
The back. That'd be
Happy birthday.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't want the back. I want the short. I want the short and back.
Short.
Short and back. Happy birthday. I get down on their knees.
Happy birthday to you.
Wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine in my way. Zippity-doo-dah. Milli Vanilli. Milli Vanilli.
Okay, we're here in Viola, Delaware, which is a small little town, probably about 300 to 400 people in the town. And I believe this is probably going to be the first in the state of Delaware. It's a dream of mine that I've been wanting to do for several years, being a fan of Richard Petty since 1969.
Not Kyle Petty, you heard him say Richard Petty.
And
you got that.
This is a dream come true. Richard give me permission to use his name for this, and I call it the Richard Petty Mini Museum. And I'd like to, being that Richard is not present, we'll have Kyle do a ribbon cutting ceremony in honor of his father, and then we'll go inside and we'll take a look around and see what's in here. I should have had another pair of shoes myself.
Okay, Ray?
Ready to go.
Well, you hold the top part and I'll hold the bottom part.
Okay.
How's that? Go.
We are now officially opened the Richard Petty Mini Museum on June the 5th, 1993, and we'll take a walk inside.
Oh, it's locked. Can't get in.
They're closed today.
They're closed today. Do you know the owner?
Yeah.
I hope the alarm system's off. Yeah, nothing went off.
And here we are.
Oh, man. You have got some stuff in here.
Does that look familiar to you behind you?
No, I don't want to even talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. Got the clock.
That wall was really reserved for Kyle Petty to be standing there, stand up.
I got it. We're getting you a stand up. Don't worry.
We'll change things around if he gets it to me. And
Richard Petty, big win, 200th win. Ronald Reagan, right there.
Yep, 1984.
Kyle Petty, Dave Marcus, Dover, right there.
1992.
Richard Petty anywhere in the last 4 years that he raced. Just pick it. Where'd this come from? All the cars. These all the cars from last year? Complete set?
All the complete set, yes.
All the cars from last year, from Richard Petty's last year.
All the complete set.
Another Richard Petty clock.
I make those.
Oh, did you, Ray?
Yeah, I make those.
That's nice. Hey, you got Lee Petty to sign this thing.
Yes.
That's rare.
And I'll show you later what I have.
That's rare. He doesn't sign many things. And, got all the trucks.
I just obtained and made up. I had
Allen's. Then we got.
Then we have, which I'm proud of, the personal pictures that I've had a chance throughout the years to take with Richard. I have the Richard Petty telephone. That's my hotline to Richard, and it does work.
Where'd you get that?
One of the local
stores. Oh man, I thought you might have got it from some shop.
I got it before from Shopping Club. I put them on.
Hey, you got the new license plate too. The Rick Wilson license plate.
I don't have them all, but I have quite a few of them.
You got quite a few of them right here, man.
And the latest one I just obtained was this one. And two of the hats that I'm really proud to get, the first STP hat, 1969. Maurice Petty took it off his head and gave it to me. I wore it not knowing how valuable this thing would be. And the other one I'm proud of too is Petty Farms. I got at auction down there with Richard at the auction about probably 4 years ago.
Yeah. Out of all this stuff, how many Richard Petty autographs do you have in here? I mean, we're looking at 7, 10, 12, 15 right here. How many do you think?
All the hats.
Guess on all the hats and all the fenders and all the pieces.
I'm going to say in all the books and pictures that I do not have, out on really display, I'm going to say that I must have Richard Petty's autograph. I know 150, 200 times. Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Every time I see him, there's something.
Something to sign.
In fact, today I was just standing there, and he says, "I guess you got something for me to sign," and which I did. And
this is a neat place, man. Really nice.
But I'm proud of it.
A lot of work's gone into it.
I'm really proud of Richard. Let me use his name.
Yeah.
And, it's a dream come true, but I just wish that your dad could have been here.
Yeah.
But,
we'll get him over
we can
here.
arrange it September, or
we'll
maybe
get him over
he's
here.
close by here or something. I definitely want to let him see it, because it's all for him. And
Okay, Mom, what do you think about us on these motorcycles here?
Well, it'd be fine if you wore a helmet, but since you only have a $10 head, I guess you didn't figure you
She's
needed
talking to you.
a
She's
better
talking to you, not
helmet. I
me.
mean, I drive up, I see 2 guys on a Harley and 1 idiot with no helmet.
Well, now look, you know who set that role model for me?
As big as that head is, it's more than $10.
Goldilocks here.
Yes,
That's a
you're
$12
smart,
melon
and
right
you have
there.
a brain. This man right here has hair and no brain.
This is my bulldog imitation.
I don't know anybody that's like him, and it'll be hard to ever meet anybody again like him. So I like him. He's a great individual, and he's quite a free spirit. We have to keep him tuned down just a little bit at times.
Mr. Pemberton, what do you have to say, sir? Looking good, Carl.
Where you been?
Hey, can you get your autograph, Mr. Petty?
Where you been?
I went to the
lens of that thing.
I went to the bathroom. Is that okay? Where are we at, Robin?
60 miles out of wherever we're going.
Okay, well that's close enough. We're 60 miles from somewhere.
About 56 miles from the city.
Went to New York City, and I mean, we pulled into New York City at 10:30 in the middle of the night, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Rode from all the way from Soho all the way up through Manhattan, around Central Park. I mean, just dead downtown almost, you know, one of those deals. Taxi cabs everywhere running at us, people screaming, you know. And I guess they didn't see a lot of motorcycles up there. They see a lot of mopeds and stuff, bicycles. But, you know, it was just like, this is where we're going to ride. And we're going to ride. When we ride, we're riding straight out the Bronx. That's the way we're going. You know, we're not going to be afraid of these people. We're just going to go ride.
That's the moon.
On the moon.
To the moon, Alice.
Duck on the moon.
To the moon, Alice.
What amazed me as much as anything, you pull up to the plaza, and they treated us just like we'd pulled up in a limousine. I mean, it was great. They were really, really nice to us. But we pulled up, and it must have been 11:30 at night, and there were 15 or 20 fans standing there wanting autographs because they had heard on the radio or heard on the TV that that's where we were staying, that we were coming to New York. So I don't think there'd been many people that had checked in at the plaza who had pulled up at 11:30 at night looking as rough as we looked and riding up on Harleys like we did.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.
We're walking down the street in New York City going to have breakfast the next morning, and this delivery man stops and says, "Hey, you're somebody, man. You're somebody.
You're that Melliella
Yeah,
dude.
you're that Melliella.
You're that Melliella dude.
Yeah.
And that was all, you know, so.
And it was some New York City messenger guy, you know, and so Kyle had to stop and sign an autograph. It was surprising to us how many people recognized him.
And he signed Melliella dude. And
Yeah.
WWF? The headquarters, yeah. We should have stopped.
We just got cut because they said that's Robert Pendleton and that's Kyle Petty, and I want his autograph if he'll give it to me.
No, this ain't Kyle Petty.
How'd you know that?
Oh, are you kidding? We have a Holly, but I knew it was you.
Where you from?
Massachusetts. We just came from the races.
You have a what?
We have a Holly.
She has a Holly.
A Holly?
Yes, we do.
Is that your daughter?
I didn't say it right.
No. We're from the South. We say Harley.
Harley.
Yes, you say
We don't
Holly.
pronounce our R's.
Yeah.
That was a shame yesterday.
Oh, that happens. Y'all were down there yesterday?
Oh, yeah. And I got tickets for the Poconos, which over there. Massachusetts.
Where's up there?
Attleboro.
Right?
Yeah. It's just like right over Providence, but we couldn't get tickets to Loudon. They wouldn't, you know.
Oh, really?
We're going for motorcycle races.
Yeah, they have good motorcycles.
But,
Nice to meet you, Kyle. Charlie Schuster. My wife, Susan. How you doing?
How are you?
Welcome to McDonald's here on 95 in Connecticut.
Somewhere. Providence.
Whoever comes to McDonald's in Connecticut anyway. But hey,
People in funny hats come to
people with funny hats. Ladies, welcome to
What do you think
McDonald's.
about this hat? What do you think about this hat?
It's a hat thing.
You know what they say about the side of the guy's hat? You like it? That's good.
Turn around, smile.
Wait a minute.
Determined by.
Wait.
She's happy. She's happy.
Hey, what do you think about the hat? I like the hat.
I don't know where we're going. It's on a need-to-know basis.
That's right.
I will generate
You don't need to know.
It's all top secret information.
Okay.
Now let's do the 10-mile calculation here. We just did the
Now, where are we now?
We're in Dedham.
Where?
Dedham.
Dedham what?
Little Beaver would say shoot 'em Dedham. Dedham, Mass.
And then mass hysteria.
As in mass hunger.
Can you get this one
I
on my
guess he's into
camera? Can you get it
bondage.
to stand
This
on-
lobster would be into bondage. He's got the things on.
I'm on camera and I can't get it to do it.
It's a dominatrix lobster.
I'm getting another one.
I did.
Go get another.
There it is. That's how lazy people are in
It's listing.
Maine. Lazy as the lobster.
Now he's trying to figure out how to get out of this,
He's
right?
listing.
Here we are with Stan Laurel's great-great-grandson. Stanley, great-great-junior.
No, his grandson's name, No Laurels.
No laurels, no laurels.
No Laurels.
How's the comedy business?
Put her in there, put her in there, put her in there.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Whoa!
Hey, that's a winner.
Every day I'm down on my hands and knees. I get no respect.
No respect. No respect. He's lost it.
Tyler. Give me 5 here, Tyler.
Whoa.
Tyler. Get him.
He's freaking out. He can't handle the pressure.
He's going to the scissors. It's those chewable vitamins again.
I walk with a wiggle and a giggle and a squawk. Doing the Tennessee Robin. Rick walk.
You do it, Robin.
Come on.
Let's see you do. She sings, you dance.
I'll just hold you.
Here you go. Come on.
Robin, you can do it. I'm I'm a little legged.
That's another lifetime.
No, here it is, another lifetime.
Really this is a.
What are you, a cat?
No, this is this is a publicity shot of the first 2 white couples on Soul Train. I will say this. We have worn our No Fear gear every day since we started this trip, and we are not chafed at all. And I attribute it directly to the No Fear shorts I've got on. Would you like to see them?
So when you go to Graceland, they got the Hound Dog 2 and the Lisa Marie, okay? The Lisa Marie is the big plane that they brought down Elvis Presley Boulevard. They had to take the wings off. They got a bed in the back, round bed, where Elvis slept. It's got a piece of plexiglass in front of it, and there's money on it because people act as if it's a shrine and they toss money onto the bed because of Elvis. They thought he was a stud.
Okay, here we are at New Hampshire International Raceway. The only reason we're here is we're taking a little break from our motorcycle journey because I've got to do a little work for some unknown reason, I don't know. And as you see, this is a new modern racing facility, just built. They've run the Busch cars up here 2 or 3 times. As you see, the track is clean, so keep off the track. So I don't know what we're going to do about that.
Kyle's got a book finish, and this guy's Steve from up here in New Hampshire. Hi.
Steve.
That's Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Kyle.
Hi.
Kyle, how you doing?
Kyle, Kenny.
Yeah.
This is the book.
And he just,
Look to the mountain.
He
Thank
just
you,
gave
man.
him
I
a first
appreciate it.
edition.
I appreciate it greatly. Thank you, sir.
Okay, man. Thank you.
In this corner, wearing blue, from the city of brotherly love, the Crusher.
I want you in the ring right now. Woo!
See, each one of these little things right here on the top of this pin is 10 miles. So you just dot them on the thing, and you get 10 miles. So I'm thinking 75 miles. We're going back to Yarmouth, Maine, which is just north of Portland, Maine, to pick up our motorcycles.
February 8th, 1964.
The Beatles, Pan Am, lands at JFK.
Okay, close. JFK, LaGuardia, I don't know.
She loves you, yeah, yeah.
I want to hold your hand.
Buddy, I want to hold your hand, buddy.
Buddy, why the long face?
Because my dad shot my paw.
The significance of Portland, Maine is this was Elvis's, to be Elvis's last concert. He died before he could come to Portland, Hawaii. Let's have a moment of silence. Long enough. Let's shop.
Okay, that's a long minute. Let's shop.
I got a tie.
see it. You want to check it? I don't think you bought it. I did buy the bag. I got to take. Tell him. Say hey.
You stole the tag.
Say hey. Say bye. Bye. See you.
Hey, Papa San. Papa San.
Oh, it's Esteban de Jesus here.
You ain't no shortstop.
I wouldn't let my boy hang out with those guys.
You know, unless you've ever been on a bike, and especially unless you've ever been on a Harley, then there's no feel like being on a Harley. I mean, I don't even know how to describe that. You know, people just, you'll be standing somewhere and a Jap bike or something will go by and you don't pay any attention, but you hear that low rumble, that throaty sound that a Harley has, and everybody looks. I mean, everybody looks to see it.
Yeah, I think he's an excellent car driver. He does, you know, I've had an opportunity. I've worked with his dad. I've worked with Bobby Allison, Neil Bonnet, Morgan Shepherd. Worked with quite a few, and I worked with Mark Martin for 4 years. And Kyle is, and they all had their one thing that they were real good at. You know, whatever it was, whether it was working on the cars or their attitudes or whatever. But Kyle's he's more well-rounded than any of them that I've ever worked with. You know, I think he's a great race car driver, and he's probably he's a so-so biker. You know, face it, I mean, there's people, you know, we're yuppie bikers. I mean, we had our damn telephones in the saddlebags in case we got in trouble, and you know, we had our American Express gold cards in case we run out of money, and you know, we had all our bases covered. You know, we didn't just head out and see what would happen. We were going to make sure we were going to get back too.
Toucan, colored toucan. Where's the fat? It's in Toucan's nose. That's where the fat's at. As you can see, I've got an added addition that I picked up in New Hampshire at LL Bean, to tell you the truth, or at some hunting store. These are the double-headed hogs for Harley's only foot warmers. And as you can see, in the summertime, you just screw off the little nose cap there. A little bit of wind blows right through, so everything's fine. Wintertime, put them back on, smiley face, and there's the Hogmeister right there.
Everybody's got on this motorcycle kick about these real tough Harley guys. They've seen these pictures of the Harleys from California and everything. I raised Kyle. I helped raise him. I diapered him. I can't get him to cut his hair now. He must not have a mirror at home. But I can still whoop him, so why do I need to ride and prove that I'm tough? I got a little bike I ride at home, but it ain't nothing like a big Harley. I wouldn't travel with them for nothing.
Ooh, there it is.
Hold it down.
Saratoga is a nice town, and I was real proud of that. And when I took those guys over there, and you know, we got to sit around and drink coffee and eat bagels one morning, you know, on Main Street there. And you know, I think if we plan another trip up through the north, we might plan on staying in Saratoga a day or two, maybe 3. You never know.
I'm just on my way down to Poughkeepsie.
Oh, okay. You're on your way south, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on our way south.
We're just in a million bikes.
But everybody's going the other way.
Yeah, there's a rally up in Lake George called Americade. It's mostly a Honda rally. If you notice, 90% of them are Hondas.
There's a lot of nice Harleys going off down there.
Yeah, there's some Harleys too. What's going on? Milwaukee is this is the anniversary weekend?
The Harley anniversary.
Oh, kid. Is that where you guys are headed?
No, we're headed Pennsylvania.
They got about 25,000 people.
Oh, really? Is it a yearly thing?
Yeah. Every June, next year's June 7th to the 12th.
Yeah.
for '94. They already got the dates out. Yeah, it's basically a touring rally. It's not like Daytona.
Yeah.
It's more people without kids. It's more mom and pop.
Yeah.
Touring. Go Wings.
Go Wings.
Go Wings. Touring the States.
We sent a million Go Wings.
That's all it is.
Okay.
You know, we get people up there with every other bike too.
Yeah.
It's just,
This is the New York State toll booth ticket. I've had several of these in my possession this week. This is $10. This is about 1/10 of what I've spent on tolls this week. I don't even know how to describe the feeling of what it's like to be on a motorcycle, or what it's like to be out there and, you know, the wind blowing in your face, whether it's 20 degrees or whether it's 70 degrees. It doesn't make any difference. Just to be on the bike and be going somewhere is like the feel that you're looking for, and just, it's almost like being free, just not having any boundaries or not having anything or anybody to say, you can't do this, you can't do that. We're going to do what we want to do.
Well, everybody, we've been over 1,600 miles. We've had a great time. 13 states. 13 states. Sorry it's come to an end. Everything good has to end, but this is not the end. Next year, we're ready for the 97th annual trip. We just hadn't, whatever it will be, but I will tell you this, it's got something to do with water next year.
Like I didn't know that was coming. Okay, that's good.
See ya.
All right, we'll see you. Right on up the hill.